Before we start, here are some Fallas questions for you. Let's see if you already know, or if you need to watch the video and find out. 1. As of this year, how much gunpowder is allowed per pyrotechnics display during Las Fallas? 2. True or false, Las Falleras inspired Princess Leia's famous hairdo in Star Wars? And 3. How were Las Fallas connected to the COVID pandemic and the Dana flood disasters? Keep watching, and the answers will be at the end of the video. Hello everyone, welcome back to Vital English, where English is always real and Spanglish and Chinglish exist in harmony. Today's video is part 2 of our video series on Las Fallas, because there are just so many cool things about this incredible festival of fire. I keep finding more and more information as I go, and if you haven't seen part 1, please go and have a look. There's an overview, there's the origin story, some little known facts, and we begin our look at the first of the 8 official Las Fallas events. And today we will continue describing the Fallas events. We won't finish all 8 of them because the last one needs a good chunk of time for itself, and we will learn about some more hard to find information on Las Fallas, some controversial things that have happened over the years, and just more general madness about this festival of fiery fun. So stay tuned. Now, if you are learning English, as always, there is a list of B2 and C1 level vocabulary in the description below, with translations in Spanish and Chinese. And if you are learning English, pause this video now and go look at the vocab list first, okay? Trust me, it will help, and it'll also make the watching experience a lot more enjoyable. Also, I'm thinking of maybe making some worksheets based on these more informational videos. Would you guys use them? Comment worksheet below if you want some. Again, a brief summary of Las Fallas and Valencia: fireworks, firecrackers, bonfires, pagan celebration of spring, religious celebration of carpenter saints, firefighters, giant wooden tableaus, explosions, Valencian community being an autonomous community that is self-governing, and the language of Valenciano is somewhat similar to Catalan according to some people, but do not say that to the Valencianos. Las Fallas are officially registered by UNESCO, and between 1 to 2 million tourists visit the city each year during these 19 days. Again, there are 8 official Fallas events. Here are their names, and let's pick up where we left off last time. La despertar. Despertar being to wake up in Castellano, and xing in Chinese. Maybe it would be like 吵醒 for this one. Anyway, so daily from March 14th to March 19th at 8 a.m. in the morning. In each neighborhood, the Fallas bands march down the street playing lively traditional music and some pretty cool remakes of modern music as well. Surrounded by people singing, throwing firecrackers, and lighting small fireworks as they go. So wake up. Falla fact. Remember last video when we talked about the general sense of drunken disorderliness and hooliganery that are part of Las Fallas? Well, Las Fallas have their heartwarming side too, and it has to do with community. So as you can imagine, the level of planning involved in Las Fallas is insane. And it's all orchestrated by highly organized neighborhood-wide groups, and the headquarters of which are called Casales Falleros, kind of like households of Las Fallas. And each casal organizes and builds their own Fallas ornaments, and they choose their own fallera each year. We'll talk about that later. As you can imagine, all of this is made possible through gargantuan group efforts. And it's this teamwork that arms the casales with a level of connection with the members of their community that City Hall alone could never reach. And these connections came in handy during both the COVID pandemic and the mass floods that ripped through Valencia in the fall of 2024. Las Dana. And the Casales basically became localized emergency support centers, helping the state distribute resources as well as organizing their own campaigns. Especially since these Casales are places of tradition, these Casales were able to keep a close eye on the most vulnerable population, the elderly. La Mascletá. Fireworks, 烟花. So every day from March 1st to March 19th at 2 p.m., a mostly audio, barely visual pyrotechnics show rocked through the city center. I say city center, but I live by the beach and I can still hear it. Basically, it's a barrage of explosions at the Plaza de Ayuntamiento. And while I was researching for this video, I found this. This is like saying that the sinking of the Titanic is, a kayak flipping over, or that the World Cup is just a football tournament. Here's one of my videos from last weekend at the Mascletá. The ground literally shakes underneath you. And some wild things I witnessed last weekend, okay, in addition to the explosions, are a sleeping baby, many sleeping babies in strollers while their parents and familiars waited for the Mascletá. And at the end of the Mascletá, I saw a poor pigeon flying out of a tree right beside the detonation site. I also have questions on how the local animals do during Las Fallas. Next video. Fire fact. As of this year, up to 275 kilograms of gunpowder may be used during each pyrotechnics display during Las Fallas. During the Mascletá of the last day last year, 330 kilograms of gunpowder was used. And several glass windows were broken at the Office of Tourism, located on the ground floor of the City Hall building. La planta. Plantar, meaning to plant, 种. So by March 15th, all the fallas must be completed. The children's fallas must be completed during the day, and all the major fallas must be completed by midnight, or they face possible disqualification. And once all the fallas are finished, there is a fireworks show to celebrate everyone that was involved in the building of these massive things. Fire fact. Firefighters come all over Spain for the last night of Las Fallas, when all the monuments are burnt. And now, this was not a regularized part of Las Fallas until much later than you would think. For that piece of information, stay tuned. La ofrenda de flores. The offering of the flowers, la ofrenda, 鲜花. So during 2 days, March 17th and March 18th, the fallera from each neighborhood has to make an offering in the form of flowers to the Virgin Mary. So traditionally, as according to tradition, they must walk from their barrio to Plaza de la Virgen, here in the center of Valencia. And the structure in the plaza starts pretty much bare-boned. And by the night of the 18th, the workers will have added all the contributions of the falleras, and the structure will represent a beautiful offering to the Virgin Mary. And so, of course, as you can imagine, it's just the falleras plus their accompanying group and, well, the band walking through the city to this plaza. So it's not that exciting. However, okay, they all must come in through one of two streets. I'll put up a map here. So
go to one of these two streets to watch. And there is a schedule. Here is the schedule for 2025. Side note, a friend told me that she's seen Falleras breastfeeding while doing this pilgrimage through the city. Damn. Fallas fact. Speaking of Las Falleras, let's take a closer look at their hair. Some Valencian Star Wars fans have noted the strikingly similar hairdos between the Falleras and Princess Leia. However, according to an interview with George Lucas himself, Leia's haircut seems to have been inspired by women in Mexico. Again, the exact group of women is unclear. It might have been the revolutionaries, las soldaderas, but to be frank, this seems like a terrible hairdo for battle or spy work. It's, not exactly stealthy. Rather, historians theorize that it may have been the women of the Native American Hopi tribe, as shown here. Falla fact. Bullfighting is still part of Las Fallas, with at least 3 scheduled events during the festival this year in 2025. Now, while bullfighting has always been an integral part of Spanish culture, it's also a controversial bit of tradition. There have been multiple attempts to ban bullfighting, and it was banned in Catalonia, where Barcelona is, in 2010. However, in many parts of the country, Valencia included, it's still permitted and celebrated.
And don't forget, here are the answers to the questions from the beginning of the video.
Thanks again for watching, and if you think this festival is interesting or just super wild, share this video with someone else that would think so too. And please give it a like, comment a smiley face, subscribe. It's free and it really helps beat the algorithm monster. I promise I don't spam videos. I'm a teacher and that's what I love to do the most. Until part 3, the final part, stay vital and enjoy life.